Hi, welcome to the channel. So today I'm back on the beach fishing, and I'm at my nemesis beach, Southbourne. So I've been here twice this year and I think I've caught 2 whiting in both trips. So it's been fishing well in the last couple of weeks, so I'm going to give it another go tonight. The time is about 5:30 now and I think high tide's about 10:30, so we're going to fish the tide up and hopefully just bag a mixed range of fish tonight. I'm not really targeting anything specific. I've got ragworm, squid and sprat. So yeah, hopefully we're looking for a ray, but I'm not really hell bent on targeting tonight. I'm just going to swap my baits around and see what we can get. I'm fishing from the bistro down at Southbourne tonight, probably about 3 bays down to the right, but there's other anglers all around, so I could just squeeze in where I could really. But yeah, I'm going to press fast forward, I'm going to set up and then I'll talk you through my gear. So I'm going to put one rod out with a 3-hook flapper with ragworm on. Not a very big ragworm actually, but it's going to have to do. It's all we've got, but it should be fine. It's on a 3-hook clip down rig. I'm going to punt this out quite far to start with. I'm not really sure about distances here. It's not my my usual venue. So there you go. Just going to cast that one out. Okay, so for rig number 2, I'm going to use a pulley pennel, and I've just swapped the hooks out, and now I'm using a 2-0 hook, and it's got a, I can't remember what size it is, but it's probably got a 2-0 circle hook above it as well. And the bait I'm going to use on it is a squid with a sprat wrapped. Now I couldn't get any mackerel today. I had some sprat in the freezer. And the squid unfortunately is smaller than I'd normally like to use, but it should be fine. It's just going to be fiddly for me to wrap up with my big clumsy fingers. So I'm going to cut the squid head off. That's about the same size as that. So you're going to have to excuse my clumsiness in wrapping this, because I normally use a big bait with a big bait bar. So actually I think I'll go squid first. I think I'm going to wrap it like that. Yeah, that's what we do. Probably could go half and half here, but I'm going to try it bigger to start with. Just to get this bait out, and then I'll mess around and I'll see if I can make something a bit neater. Well, this bait's out at least. I know they say down here you only need small baits for the rays, but when I catch them in a solent, I normally have them a lot bigger. So it's just what I'm used to really, but I'm going to take the locals' advice and go smaller as well. This is looking okay. Slide it off of here, I think. I'll get some wraps prepared now for the next lot. I'll probably go half a squid and half a sprat with some of them, and then at least if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna try and wrap that last bit a little bit better. So I'm quite clumsy, I've got the clumsy fingers, that's the problem. It's weird, I've got to pop that bit of squid there. Tie that off. And then I'm just trying to tidy this up a little bit. Quite often when you catch the fish, it's actually on the top hook anyway, the circle hook. So I'm going to just wrap this around 3 times. Just nick it in the end there. There we go. there we go. Also, and there we go, that's the first bait. Let's get that out. I'm going to put this out as far as I can fling it, which isn't really that far, but hopefully it'll be good enough. But let's give it a go and we'll see. So I'll do the usual and talk you through my gear. So I'm still running with my Tronics Pro Banzai BZ5 and a BZ6. And on there I've got my Shimano Ultegra XSC 14,000 reels. And we have 18-pound mono with tapered shock leaders. The BZ5 is the rod with the 3-hook flapper with the ragworm on. And the BZ6 is the one with the pulley pennel rig with a squid and sprat wrap. So right guys, I've moved positions now. Like I said earlier, I've moved one groin down away from other anglers, now the space is free. So I'm just setting up all my baits again, and while I'm here I'm going to set up a third rod while I sort out the baits of the first two. Right guys, now I've moved down a groin, I'm setting up my third rod while I sort out the baits for the first two rods. So this is my bass rod and bait going out now. So I've got a 3-hook flapper on my top hook, just putting a squid head on. And then on the other two hooks, I'm just putting, I'll just sort it out so I'll show you. Just putting strips of squid on like that. I'll just thread it through. And I'm going to go and sling this out, not very far, underarm throw, 30-40 yards at best. And that'll give me time to sort out the bait for the first two rods. I'm struggling a bit with the ragworm today, it's all stringy and falling apart in my hands, so I'm finding I'm probably, for the pound that I brought, for 22 quid, I can only use about half of it. Maybe not even that, maybe only a quarter. So I'm not particularly happy with it. Unfortunately I went to a local shop because the normal shop I go to, Rovers and Fareham, is completely wrong direction. So yeah, not too happy with the standard. Anyway, so that's the third rig baited up. I'm going to get it on a rod and get it out, and then we'll sort out the first two. And for anyone that's interested, my third rod is my old original beach rod and reel combo that I bought when I first started out. So I've got a Shakespeare Agility 12'9" beach casting rod, and I think it's an Agility 2 reel that went with it. And I actually really rate the rod, I think it's really good. I still like using it now. The reel, the issue is I bought some very expensive Shimano reels and they're absolutely awesome. So this reel in comparison doesn't hold up to much, but you know, we're talking a £200 price difference. So for a first rod and reel combo, I really do recommend these. Eh? Right guys, that's all three rods baited up, put it back out again. Starting to get some interest now, finally. Coming back with baits half stripped, so that's better than we've had so far, but it's quiet. I haven't seen any other anglers down on the beach down behind me catch anything either, so. But yeah, at least I'm getting some interest in the rods now, but I mean, no, we're 8:30, we're 2 hours from high tide really. I don't really want to be staying out much later than 10:30, but maybe I can push it to 11:30. But yeah, this is why I call it my nemesis beach. I never do well here, but there you go guys, at last. Caught a little place. He's only small, but I'm just glad I haven't blanked. It's been a long session so far, but with the light going down now, hopefully fishing's going to pick up. The rod's quite busy now. I'm going to go and get him back in and bait up quickly and see what else we can get. But yeah, lovely. Nice to catch. Right, hang on. Right, guys, have a look at that. 3-hook flapper, triple shot. So we've got 1 gurnard and 2 plaice. Spot on. I'm going to clean them up a little bit and I'll show the camera properly, but wow, suddenly started picking up here now. Awesome.
Especially that one.
Gurnard. Haven't caught one of these this year, so that's awesome. It's another plaice. Get him in as well. Right. And plaice number 3. Let's get him back. There you go, guys. Just show you quickly before I get him back. 2 plaice and a gurnard on a 3-hook flapper. Oh, he wants to go back in, so we can get him back in now quick. Awesome, guys. There you go, guys, another little plaice coming thick and fast now. I'm hopefully going to get something a little bit bigger. I'd love a sole, but I'm being fussy now. I should just be happy I'm catching at Southbourne. But yeah, I'm going to get him back in, baited back up and back out again. About half hour before high tide now, so probably give it another hour and then see what we get. Yeah, let's get him back in. Right, guys, I've just brought in the squid and sprat mix because it's not working. I haven't had any bites on it all night. So what I've done, I've just wrapped up a whole squid. They're only actually quite small squids, about that long. So I've wrapped a whole one up on the same rig and I've thrown that out there now just to see. But yeah, the 3-hook flapper ragworm's definitely doing it tonight. The 3-hook flapper squid is getting loads of bites, but I haven't hooked anything on it yet. So I'm not sure if it's crabs. I'm pretty sure it's not though. Pretty sure it's fish, but they seem to be nibbling the baits but not really getting hooked. But yeah, I'm going to go and reel this one in now. I'm pretty sure there's going to be another plaice on there. It looks like it's getting a bite. There you go, guys. Oh, couple of sole. Quite small, but I'm happy it's another species for tonight. That's 3 species so far. So that was on a 3-hook flapper. I had 2 of these on there. So the 3-hook flapper of the ragworm is definitely doing a business tonight. So get these back in. I've got a load of worm left, so I'm going to start loading it up a bit heavier now, see if we can catch something a bit bigger. But lovely, it's starting to pick up, which is nice. Right, guys, that's probably us done now. There are baits on all 3 rods, so I'm going to bring them in slowly, but I'm going to pack them up as we go now. It's 11:30. Got my daughter with me tonight. She's only 9, so I should probably get her back to bed. But yeah, it's not been a bad session. But let's see if we've got anything else on the rods that are out at the moment. There's a lot of ragworm out at the moment, so I'm expecting something to be on the end of it. But yeah, I'll bring them in and let's see what we got. 2 more little sole. Slightly bigger than the last 2, but still babies. So yeah, that's 4 sole tonight. I'm just still packing down now, so got 1 rod left with a 3-hook flapper with a load of ragworm on, so we might still have more fish to come yet. Right, guys, that's me all packed up. Just about to head off home now. So not a bad session in the end. What do we have? 4 or 5 plaice, 4 sole and a gurnard. So nothing of any size really. But you know, I was using small hooks and the ragworm today wasn't great. It's very small and stringy anyway. But it did the job. 9 fish landed. So I've always said Southbourne's my nemesis beach. I always struggle here. So it's not a bad day's fishing really. No rays or turbot or anything too exciting. But you know, I'm happy I've caught. Yeah, had a lovely evening out here tonight. So yeah, going home happy. Not sure what my next plans are for next beach. Hopefully the weed in the Solent dies down a little bit so I can head back there and go back looking for some decent sized bass, congers. And I think the smooth hands are probably heading out now, so I'm not sure we'll get anything of any good size there. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what the weather does, see what the weed does, and hopefully I'll see you on the beach again soon.